Bearded Biomed.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I want to speak to you guys that are eyeing joining the profession. You want some information on how you can get your foot into the door, who you need to talk to, what programs do you need to keep an eye on. I want to point you guys towards CBET, College of Biomedical Equipment Technology. This is a widely recognized, fantastic program that turns out great technicians year after year and will get you the education you need to get your foot in the door and get started into this profession. Not to mention, for a lot of you veteran folks out there, they have a DoD Skill Bridge program that will get you the tools necessary to make that transition into the next chapter of your life as well. So whether you are someone eyeing joining the biomed profession or wanting to transition from the military into it as well, CBET is a place to look into. They will serve you everything you need to be successful in this field. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an all-new episode of the one, the only Bearded Biomed podcast. Appreciate you tuning in today. To go a route today that it's been something prevalent on my mind as of late. We approach closer and closer to Amy. It yielded some self-reflection for myself, and also the fact that I'm not alone in what I'm feeling across the field. Many of us that soar to high heights and seek high achievement and go after things that we don't necessarily have to be successful, but more so to feel fulfilled in what we have brought to the table for the profession or just for our own self-purpose. And what I'm speaking to is topic of today would be imposter syndrome. Now, people that are familiar with me on a personal note, I am not the most braggadocious person. I do recognize that I have accomplished some things, and I am proud of some things I've accomplished. I do feel I'm a very well-rounded biomed technician, even in the manager space, but there's always room for improvement on everything. That's not where I'm feeling the aspect of it. Actually, the imposter syndrome that I'm experiencing is more so on the reflection of what have I accomplished for this profession through Bearded Biomed. Am I making an impact? Am I going to see that impact occur within my lifetime? I've been doing the podcast for a little over 2 years now. A little bit of everything here and there in regards to topic points. I do have the book as well. Tribute on HTMATX Biomed Society, College Advisor. I try to give back my time as much as I can. Things with Amy, Technician, 24/7. Like I said, CBET College. And I have other things scheduled later this year as well that I plan on doing to give back. But, what brought this on was the fact that, this weekend, when you're listening to this, it'll be this weekend, that I'll be receiving the Amy and GE BMed of the Year Award for 2024, which is absolutely incredible. And again, it's not that I don't think I'm not a good technician, but when you think about the criteria of that award, if you would have asked me several years ago, I would have never even considered that I would be possibly walking up on that stage and getting such an award. I have high hopes for what I want to do with my career. My career is not even halfway through yet. And, I've heard other folks as well, just newer technicians and even some of my more inline colleagues that have been doing this around the same amount of time as I. Other people experience imposter syndrome as well. It's not that we are phony or have false achievement. We are actually high drive. We go after more than our, I guess my thing is on it is, I want to say it's guilt. When I think of when I first started the show, I crammed it down everybody's throats. I was dropping weekly, if not twice a week episodes. And, It was more so to get my name out there. I don't feel like that's completely necessary anymore because people that know of me, and hopefully more will discover. But, I've always championed quality over quantity, especially as I just improved my gear, my background, my editing process. I would hope that when you watch my videos, you see the time, effort, love, blood, sweat, tears that goes into everything I do for Bearded Biomed, and my love for this profession and what I want to get out of it. And, I would hope that you guys respect, but, the fact that, once my son came into the picture, I have that much time available anymore. I mean, I'm recording this in the middle of the night, and it's the only time that I have available to do such things anymore. I have other projects that I'm working on as well besides the podcast, ordering for animation, writing and sketching out what I want to do for my documentary. Also feeding some feeler out there for a possible new podcast with a co-host as well. And, I do have a partner in mind, and we kind of already have a brand in mind on that. Who eventually foresee Bearded Biomed podcast becoming a Bearded Biomed Productions, or at least a podcast network as well, and really branch the brand that you have come to know as a predominant media source for what we do day in and day out for biomeds, and really lend my experience and my voice as a biomed for biomeds. I am somebody that works alongside a lot of other media sources as well, and it's a lot of it's a give and take relationship. It's, you put us on or you spread our information, and we'll let you play in the pool pretty much. And eventually, I know other colleagues as well will probably attribute to this, is we would like it to have more of an impact and more of a you know the ability to set what the trends are, what the voices, how things are being put out, and really speak truth to power on some things like right to repair, and staffing, and you know just everything we deal with that impacts biomeds on a day-to-day basis. And I went off on a tangent there when I meant to sit down and talk about imposter syndrome, but all this stuff weighs on me on a daily basis. If I can't sit down and record and put my thought to, microphone, which I've wrote a couple blogs as well that I've put on the website. Check them out, beardedbiomed.com. When I don't have the time to sit down, and I'll probably do that more often as well, because I've been a writer throughout most of my adult life anyway. The children's book, while that was, I still can't believe I got it done as quick as I did, but I do foresee probably more books that I'll put paper to pen in the future. It's when I look back on the past couple of years, where I am now, what lays ahead of me, the challenges and the projects that I've put forth on myself, and I guess the overall expectations that I have on myself and what Bearded Biomed can be. That's where the imposter syndrome lies in. So how do I combat this? Because, I've spoke on this for however long I've been talking so far, and I know many of you out there are probably experiencing this as well. You got a recent promotion, and you maybe wonder if you're up to the task, selected for training, you got picked over someone else for something, or maybe you got an award as well for something that you don't feel you're deserving of. But part of the fact is just being nominated for something, giving to the fact that people see what you're doing. And I have to remind myself that is the case. I am working to actually change the structure of Bearded Biomed as well. Not so much that I'm just tired of interviewing folks. It's just more so when I first started this, it was to voice my opinion on things that are going on, and that is going to change come next season. The structure of the show will change. There'll be interviews here and there because there's still folks that I want to sit down with and hear their stories. But, I foresee the show becoming more segmented based on a recent poll I ran that a lot of people gave their opinion on. We'll speak on things like current news, relevant topics, maybe some things that I'm seeing. If people want to contribute, write into me. I'd be more than happy to, share your voice on the show as well. There's a lot of different avenues I'm planning on going with this, and try to make it more fun and engaging as well, because I have a community now that watches and listens to what I say. And I recognize that, and I take that mantle with the utmost respect, because you guys don't have to watch and listen to me. The fact that you do, I appreciate that, and it means the world to me. When I think of how many countries Bearded Biomed is listened to, when I think of how many subscribers I have on YouTube, that's slowly growing, and I think of all the people that download and listen to my show on Apple and Spotify, the people that pay attention to what I'm saying and what I'm doing and how I'm moving, your support's not lost on me. So, this weekend, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to accept my award. I will always remain humble in the fact that there are way more amazing people out there than myself that I personally know of, at least. And, I'm also going to do my part to elevate and share and give them limelight as well. I would say I've done an okay job at that, from other people I've had on, and people I respect and look up to as well. I would love to hear anybody else's take on if they've dealt with imposter syndrome as well, and maybe some of the techniques or thought process they put forth to, alleviate that. Usually when I have days like that, that's when I pull out the scotch or the tequila. Man, there's just something about, some of my scotches that I just like, how the hell is this so smooth? And it's just, man, that's damn good scotch. If you haven't had it before, highly recommend Dalmore, Dalmore. They don't support me. They don't know I exist. It's one of my favorite scotches. Very smooth. Wife actually hates pretty much all alcohol I drink, and she actually likes this one too. So that should tell you how smooth it is. Anywho, one that is going to be at Amy. I think I'm going to bring some microphones as well, and I might just go around and ask people's take on particular things. And I'm going to bring some of that voice as well. I'm going to bring some of the community's voice into my show as we go forward. At the end of the day, what I do on this podcast, on this channel, for those of you listening, watching, I do it for the betterment of putting information out there that's going to help current biomeds and future biomeds. I love this career field, man. I would do it all over again. There's probably way more better paint, way more better. I can't even speak proper English. Had too much scotch, I guess. This is still one of the most rewarding and amazing career fields that I could ever look back on and appreciate the fact that I found this, stumbled upon this career. If I had it my way, I would say that I don't want people to stumble upon this career. I want people to actively search for it. That's the mission. This has just kind of been a, chill sit down. Like I said, this might be the final episode of this season, season 3. I'm debating on if I'm going to do anything. Yeah, this is the final episode for season 3. We'll be back soon. Like I said, I'm just hashing out and finessing the final pieces of how I want the show to start in season 4. I'm also thinking about changing up the Bearded Biomed theme song, the intro song, give it a new flavor, new vibe, maybe up-tempo it a little bit. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on that. Are you completely in love with my intro song, or should I change it up, do something different? So, appreciate your support as always. like, subscribe, comment, share. Anything you do that can just give me a little credence to the algorithm, helping the show grow, much appreciated. So, a couple things as well. Like I said, if you haven't checked it out, beardedbiomed.com. Got some good little information on there. Got some bio on me, a log of episodes, information on Ollie the Biomed, other biomed resources. Yeah, check out the Bearded Swag tab as well. Some new merch that I've put into the Etsy store recently. Still working on some new stuff. Some funny. We need some more biomed clothing, I think, to kind of share the world our thoughts. So, other than that, I'll catch you next time. Stay tuned. I won't be gone long. May the beard be with you. Take care. Bearded Biomed.